Yo, what is up everybody? This is Bruchminati, and we are back with the Japan Conquest of 1943, starting out at round 13. And it looks like we may be able to take out Mongolia, which would be a nice way to start a video. I might take that by air at the end of the round, depending on how much money I got left. There's my boy Manstein. So I started, and I don't know if this will ever see the light of day on YouTube, but I started an alien conquest. I just need to grind for energy and technology. So I started one. I am recording it just in case, but I really doubt I'm going to be putting it up. I did it with China. So I'm not grinding a lot because that's a 3-star country, so I'm not getting near as much, but I just wanted to see like how fast I could go through it with a 3-star versus a 1-star. And I haven't played very much yet. I've probably thrown down, I don't know, a little less than an hour, and I've taken over a lot of shit. So I guess if it comes up and it's not a very long, it doesn't take me very long to complete, I might put that up on YouTube. So what'd you guys think of the fucking Turkey coup? That was crazy. I'm just sitting here, watching TV, all of a sudden they break in, there's a fucking coup in one of the most, well, what's supposed to be one of the most stable countries in the Middle East. That was definitely something, though. It was almost like, just from a guy just looking at it, it was almost like it was meant to fucking fail. The planning was so bad. It was just almost like it was never meant to actually succeed. And I ain't taking a side. I'm not here to take a side. Nobody asked my opinion. I'm not going to give it. Who should the coup leaders or the President Erdogan? I don't care. I'm just saying that it looked like it was meant to fail. It's kind of it was really awkward. I mean, who tries to do a coup with the main leaders you're trying to replace out of the country? I mean, those are the main people you grab first thing, right off, before the coup even actually starts on the streets. You get to the president, or the prime minister, or whoever it may be. You grab them so they can't get out and talk to the public. Just like what happened when Erdogan got on FaceTime, and then it was basically a call to arms, and then the public went out there and pretty much jammed up the military traffic. And that's why you take out the president and probably the next couple in line, I would guess. Vice president. Like all the cabinet members. I mean, if you remember back, through history, like when Hitler did the SA purge, like the first thing he did was went and grabbed Ernst Röhm and like his top cronies. They didn't wait till Ernst Röhm left the fucking country then try to do it. They wait till Ernst Röhm was in bed with his boyfriend to go and do it. So the story goes anyways. Who really knows? But yeah, that just seemed kind of odd. Although during like the Soviet coup attempt, Mikhail Gorbachev, I remember, was out of Well, he wasn't out of the country, but he was way out of Moscow. He was like in a vacation in the Crimea or something. It seems like I looked at that not too long ago. But obviously that failed too. Now I don't know if they would have grabbed him, if it would have worked or not, but... I mean, it's not the 1600s where you just like, you know, keep somebody from coming back into the country and they can't talk to anybody. You know, Erdogan got on fucking FaceTime. So the old let's just fucking set up blockades around our border and not let, you know, these leaders back in don't work anymore. Damn fucking 21st century technology ruining coup attempts. But you know, after watching a good amount of the coup on TV, I had to go out and go to my Pokestops, you know? Which are just right down the street. I always like to emphasize that so people don't think I'm like one of those fanatics about it. I just walk literally, let's see, 3 blocks and there's a park. And there's a bunch of sculptures and statues, so there's like a bunch of Pokestops in the same spot. So I just go down there, get it, see what I can catch, and then come back. I mean, it literally takes me 30 minutes. Sweet. See, I wanted to get Australia out quick because I forget about them a lot of the times. And if you forget about them, I mean, because there's nothing else around down there. You know, if you're not attacking them during your other push and you forget and then you click on the last city you think and you don't win and you look down there, you're gonna be in it for like fucking 20 turns. And that's happened to me before. I have forgot all about Australia. And you do forget. That's why I told you, you know, when I first started with this game, I was like, okay, I'm going to start in the north and kind of work my way around counterclockwise so that I remember to attack with everything. And that super heavy up there is going to be a pain in the ass. Well, against these tier 3 tanks. I mean, I'm happy with the push we're getting here. Nothing's stalled out. We haven't come upon something that we're not going to be able to defeat. The main thing I'm worried about here is what the hell Germany's doing. To save me some time, I would like them to be attacking. But I know they're not. In fact, I know when I get there, I'm going to have to retake over some shit. It's like, and I've talked about this before, if I was Britain, if I was playing with Britain, Germany would for sure almost steamroll me. I mean, I'd have to spend the whole beginning just holding on to what land I had. But if I'm playing with a German ally, Germany ain't doing shit to Britain. They hardly even cross the channel. It does appear, though, that our blockade was a good idea. It allowed us to throw most of our forces and money into China and Russia, and against the Brits in Southeast Asia, while holding off the US. I didn't know if it was going to be enough, because I hadn't played with anybody that was, you know, right up against the US like Japan is, so I didn't know like how big a force they were going to send. But it worked out. And it looks like China's just about out of here. You know, it's insane thinking back, like, during this time, how Japan was able to invade China. I mean, think about how different that would play out now. You know, these powerful nations just come and go so quick. Especially during war. Especially when you try to take over the world. I'd like to go to Japan sometime. That'd be a nice place to travel, I think. There's a few places I'd like to go. Japan. I'd like to visit Germany. China. See all the dynasty stuff. Like Russia. Check out Moscow. I have never but once left the US. Which is really depressing. I've been to Mexico. And that's the only other fucking country I've ever been in. So yeah, to get out of this country and check out some cool shit would be nice. Still gotta clear out a couple islands. You know, you can be defensive during this first part, but you can throw just a tiny bit of offense in there. You know, just if the opportunity presents itself, like parachuting in and taking anchorage. I mean, obviously that's something you gotta do. And you can do shit like this and take over their oil and get a little bit of extra income. But guys, I think we're coming to an end. I think this is a good place to stop, coming up on 12 minutes. And that does it, guys, for Japan at number 3. Now, I want to take a moment and say thank you to my 10s and 10s and 10s and 10s of subscribers. That's right, guys. We just hit 40. I'm saying it. Fuck PewDiePie. 23 million. What? Bruchminati Army 40 strong. Peace.